Hi guys, how are you? So this is the daily analysis of the Hindu for today. That is the 27th of January 2017, and will be presented to you by me, Dipanshu Singh. And I hope all of you enjoyed your yesterday's Republic Day's holiday. And if you wish to read more about me, you can go through this slide. You can also follow me in Academy on this link. And guys, this is the fifth month of the course, so please let us know how do you find this course, and do rate and review the course and recommend each and every video. So the practice question for today is which state government has launched the e-health program Jeevan Rekha to provide a centralized database of healthcare information? These are your options, and the answer for yesterday's practice question is option B. Vladimir Putin has been conferred the first Hugo Chavez Prize. So the first news is from the MG Narega program of the government. This news is basically from the Live Mint. I have picked it up from Live Mint because I thought it's pretty relevant for our exams point of view. It can see actually record spending as demonetization drives the demand up. Spending on this program could actually touch a record rupees 50,000 crores in 2016 and 17, even after taking into account the spillover dues from previous year. So the cause for this is a decent monsoon that has ensured that the agriculture is on the mend, and obviously there is a recent report of a sharp pickup in the sowing of the winter crop, and the sowing was affected because of demonetization. And once the demonetization effect and the spillover has been waved off, it's kind of settled in now. So that is why the demand for the work can actually be a little less, that if you compare to a drought year. But then the data specifically in Bihar, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra reveals that the demand for the work has increased because a lot of laborers, went back to their states post demonetization, and also at the same time, states such as Maharashtra are reeling under the impact of drought, therefore leading to an increase in the demand for work in these states. The next news is from the Hindu. So HIV children are treated badly in school. This is by a writ petition filed by NGO and Ours Foundation. This is the same NGO which had filed a petition regarding the Section 377 of the homosexuality. So this is on basically on the treatment meted out to HIV positive children whose deaths account for the 7% of all AIDS related deaths in the country. Some of the discrimination they face are the denial of admissions, outright expulsion, segregation, breach of confidentiality to cleaning toilets and classrooms even. And this basically, discriminatory and degrading treatment is a direct assault on the children's privacy, autonomy, and dignity under the Articles 21A and 21 and 14. And the National AIDS Control Authority's data in 2012 and 13 revealed that total number of people living with HIV in India is estimated around 20.9 lakh in 2011. And children under 15 years account for 7% of all the infections. So the Supreme Court had sought that the government's response on why, despite the right to education being a fundamental right, children have been suffering this way. And India, if you look at, has a substantial number of HIV positive children who are at the school going age and need to be in school. The schools can obviously play a crucial role in improving the prospects of the children affected by HIV, and a good school education can give them higher self-esteem, better job prospects, economic independence, and create opportunities for lifting children out of poverty. The next one is regarding the Employees Provident Fund organization that the EPFO is trying to moot a group housing scheme that will actually enable all the members from the cooperative housing societies so that they can use their entire Provident Fund savings. There will be no cap on it in order to buy land, constructing homes, or even paying housing loan installments. So once the addition is done in the paragraph, it would make to this scheme of 1952. It would make it possible to have cooperative housing scheme. So India, since it's a welfare state, it always strives to provide its citizens certain rights and privileges designed to enhance their quality of life. So DPSP, the directives principles, puts the onus on the government to make certain provision towards its people, including social security. And this scheme is mooted because presently the EPFO scheme is not being properly utilized to withdraw money from constructing flats or buying land. As I told you, there will be no cap. An entire amount can be withdrawn for this. And according to the proposal, member of an existing cooperative fund or cooperative society formed under this can avail this scheme, provided at least 10 members of the housing society were subscribers to the EPFO scheme. And present rule for individual withdrawal is that an employee who has completed 5 years of service is allowed to withdraw Provident Fund savings equivalent to 36 months of the member's salary for construction of a flat or 24 months of the salary for purchasing. So these clauses are important, which can be asked in MCQ type questions. The next one is that an ET-like insect fossil which dates back to 100 million years has been discovered by a scientist. So it has a triangular head and ET-like appearance preserved in amber in Myanmar. The features of the insect are so unusual because it has been placed in that it has actually been placed under a new scientific order. It has small wingless female insect, probably which lived in fissures in the bark of trees, looking for mites, worms, or fungi to feed on while dinosaurs lumbered nearby. The most unusual thing about this it has a triangular head and with bulging eyes like ant, obviously, but then looks like more of an extraterrestrial kind of creature, with the vertex of the right triangle located at the base of the neck. Now, Tejas, the first indigenously, actually not the first, but the recently indigenously built Tejas light combat aircraft, and the NSG made their debut at the Republic Day Parade. So this is the first time, actually over 3 decades, that an indigenous fighter aircraft has flown on Rajpath since the Marut, developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited in the 1960s. And interesting news coming from the state of Tamil Nadu and USA, that Irula tribe has been roped in by the state of Florida and US to catch by the Burmese python. And the state of Florida has reached out halfway to India for this, and wildlife officials actually recruited the Irula tribesmen from Tamil Nadu to hunt the Burmese python, which are believed to decimating native mammals in the Everglades, a wetland preserve in the southern tip of US. So try and find out where is this wetland, and mention that in comment sections below. So Irula is basically an ethnic group of India. They inhabit the areas near the Nilgiri mountains in the state of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Guys, listen to this very carefully. It's a very important news because there are generally questions on UPSC prelims regarding the tribals and their location. So they are a scheduled tribe. People of Irula ethnicity are called Irula as well, and speak Irula, which belongs to the Dravidian family. And traditionally, their main occupation has been snake and rat catching, and they have also been working as laborers in the field of landlords during the sowing and harvesting season or in the rice mills, and fishing is also one of their major occupation. So Irula is basically used to catch the snakes, including pythons, for skin industry until it was abolished and banned in 1975. And if you look at the details about Burmese pythons, they are one of the largest snakes in the world, reaching 20 feet in length, and these are natives of Indochina, which got loose in vast wetland ecosystem of southern Florida, where there are warm subtropical climate which suits them, and these pythons are responsible for decimating native mammal populations and severe ecological distress in this area. Therefore, these tribesmen have been roped in by the government of state of Florida to catch these Burmese pythons. The next is international news. So China, after the recent global economic shifting, is open to working with Russia and US to tackle global challenges. So with the growing coziness between the USA and Russia, China has signaled. So China has basically signaled that it is open for a trilateral partnership with Russia and US, following Moscow's and Vladimir Putin's advocacy that the three countries should develop relations jointly. So this is in context with the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, which pointed out that the positive interaction between the three countries would be beneficial for all the three sides and the peace and development in the region. Obviously, they are at tenterhooks in the different issues ranging from South China Sea to trade relations, and then obviously countervailing duty. So it's kind of a curious situation whether USA will grow closer to Russia enough to discard its old ally, now the ailing European Union, as European Union and Russia are at loggerheads on the issue of annexation of Crimea. So there is a sort of new geopolitical order being setting up, getting set up, because USA is moving from its older ally of European Union towards Russia, and Russia obviously does not share very good relations with the European countries due to the annexation of Crimea, and China is in between. So China is actively working with Russia, but then Russia wants US to work with China, and US obviously has a lot of conflict with China. So we'll have to see, we'll have to wait and watch how this unfolds. And Russia-China's axis is expected to strengthen due to the EU-Russia economic blockade, and Russia is also searching market for its oil, and China can be therefore a promising partner for it, because it's also one of the biggest consumers of oil in the world after, not after India, actually it's more before than India. And although there are certain geographical limitations, there can be a possibility of working together. Now, Ukraine has lauded India for its support over Crimea. So Ukraine commended on India on Thursday for not supporting Russia's claims on the Crimean Peninsula, and it also appreciated India's neutrality and wanted to partner modernization plans of the Indian armed forces. And it has been thankful to India for its strong support for the unity and integrity of Ukraine and for not supporting the annexation of Crimea by Russia. The main issue why there was sanctions on Russia, and European Union also posed some sanctions on Russia, and therefore they were deteriorating relationships between Russia and the European Union. Now, business page news is that India is hoping to include Ireland in the Make in India scheme. So post post-Brexit scenario, Ireland is seeking upward level of economic cooperation with India. They are looking for Indian investment in Ireland's services sector, pharmaceutical sector, medical and advanced manufacturing sector. So Ireland's outreach to India also includes the advantageous factor like English language. The population here speaks both the English language, and we have a common law jurisdiction. A lot of principles from our constitution has been taken from Ireland's constitution. So mention that in the comment section below, which all provisions of the Indian constitutions have been taken in from the Ireland's constitution. This is an important topic of mains and prelims examination as well. Apart from that, we share the double taxation avoidance agreement as well. Now, there has been no breach of laws by Tatas. This is a statement by the market regulator, that is the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, and they said that the board of the company can actually continue to seek expertise of a chairman emeritus even after the person has left the company, though the regulator actually appears to be in favor of a stricter norms for the removal of the independent directors. So the issue of independent directors has always been in news regarding SEBI and the Companies Act, and it also carried out a detailed scrutiny of any possible breach of securities law, including about the corporate governance and insider trading norms. So SEBI also said there's a need of furthering tightening of rules may be required for removal of an independent director, because a special resolution requires the approval of at least 75% of the shareholders, while only 50% is needed in the case of an ordinary resolution. And an independent director, also sometimes known as an outside director, is a director or a member of a board of directors who does not have a material or a pecuniary relation with company or related persons, except for the sitting fees. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you like the video. Do recommend each and every video right bottom corner, and let me know your suggestions. And so till next video, I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much.